Hello and welcome to this video about the FAST research project. The basic goal of FAST is to empower end users to create gadgets or widgets by themselves for all kinds of ad hoc situations they might encounter in their private or work life, without the need to have a developer. As an introduction, what you see here is a workspace a user has constructed for themselves on a widget or gadget platform. You might, for example, have a map gadget, a to-do list, an RSS reader, really anything one could imagine having a gadget for. On some platforms, such as EasyWeb, you can also connect gadgets to each other. For example, the search field at the top is connected to the map and to the Amazon list. So when you type San Francisco in the search box, you will see San Francisco on the map and things about San Francisco in the Amazon gadget. A typical feature of gadget platforms is also that you can rearrange your workspace in any way you like and add and remove gadgets. In this example, your shopping list could be linked to the Amazon list, so that when you click on the matrix, things about the matrix appear in the Amazon list. However, now you might want to buy the matrix as well, and it would be nice if you could do that from within the gadget. You could, of course, try to find such a gadget on your gadget platform. But what if no one has made the gadget that you need yet? Enter FAST. In FAST, the idea is that you can create new gadgets yourself or change existing gadgets whenever you need something that isn't already there. What you see now is the Gadget Visual Storyboard, or just GVS, which is the main part of FAST that users will actually see. The GVS is a web application that runs inside a browser, not unlike Yahoo Pipes, if you are familiar with that. You have a canvas area in the middle where you can assemble all the parts of your gadget, a list of gadget components, or so-called screens, on the left, and a number of different inspectors at the bottom of the GVS. Okay, now I'll walk you through an example where you can see how a gadget is created from a bunch of building blocks. What we want to build is the Amazon shopping gadget we needed earlier, so the list of available screens on the left is already filtered. We start with the shopping cart screen and simply drag and drop it onto our empty canvas. That was easy, but the screen is red, which looks kind of suspicious. In FAST, when a screen is colored red, it means that it is not executable, so the final gadget would not work. In order to make it work, we need some other screens in addition. Looking at the left, we can see that one of the screens is green. Green is good because it means that this screen can be reached and executed. Why is it reachable? The idea in FAST is that each screen has so-called preconditions, which are indicated by the little circles on the left of the screen. Those preconditions need to be fulfilled by the so-called post conditions on one of the other screens on the canvas. So what this means is that we need to add other screens to our gadget in order to make the shopping cart screen reachable. We can start by adding the product search screen. This screen is already green because it doesn't have any preconditions, so it is always executable. That also makes it a good starting point for our gadget. Down in the inspectors, we can see some details about the pre- and post conditions of the new screen. For example, that the F is a filter, which basically means a search term. Also in the fact inspector, we can see a summary of all the pre- and post conditions present in the gadget, which one is fulfilled and which isn't. Okay, so we have a search screen as a starting point, but the shopping cart is still not reachable. We need to somehow fulfill the C precondition. The next screen we need to add to the gadget is the product details screen. That screen has a C post condition, which matches our shopping cart. However, since the product details screen is not reachable itself, this doesn't help us yet. But finally, when we add the next screen, the product list screen, all the preconditions are fulfilled and turn green. Now the gadget is fully functional. When it starts up, the user will see the product search screen because it doesn't require any preconditions. Once that is performed, we will have an F fact, which means that the product list screen is reachable. The product list screen creates an I or item fact, which makes the next screen reachable. That one in turn creates a C fact, and that will finally make our shopping cart screen reachable. Now, note that this pre- and post-condition matching means that we can define our gadget without making any explicit connections between the individual screens. Moving from one screen to the next will later happen automatically. Okay, one piece is still missing, and that is to post our order to Amazon. For that, we have the order screen available, which we can just drop onto the canvas. That's it. We have made a complete gadget to order things on Amazon. Now, for it to become available on our gadget platform, we need to actually store and deploy it as well. Deployment basically means that the gadget is packaged so that it can be used on the gadget platform. We just fill in some information about our gadget, such as a name, a description, some facts about the author. And then we also need to decide which platform we want to deploy it to. So in this example, we choose the EasyWeb platform.